Hello? 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 Okay. Hello? 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 Okay. Hello? Hello? Yeah, man.
That's the one that you're gonna call. It's tomorrow. Her birthday is on the Thursday. You need to call. But it might be.
Well, hey, I don't know that, so you definitely won't be sleeping over. I don't know what to sleep over at my house. I've never even met these people before. I don't even know what kids you're talking about.
In the building. She don't stay up here, but what's if she did.
Well, hey, I don't know that. You definitely won't be sleeping over. I don't know what to sleep over at my house. I've never even met these people before. I don't even know what kids you're talking about. I've never met. We're gonna get started. So we'll be talking about business, trade lines, financial freedom. Speak a little bit about financial advertising, business funding, tax repair, financial trade lines, and go into a little bit of the things that we do. I thank everybody for tuning in live. We're also live on Instagram and we're live currently on YouTube. So thank everybody for joining. If you see right now on my screen, you currently can see the link tree on our website. And this website, we're gonna be going over a lot of these things. So I'm gonna go a little bit into details. I'm gonna speak about business insiders. I'm gonna speak about the proof of filing postings. I'm gonna speak on the business trade lines info. I'm gonna speak on the financial trade line price list, the introduction of business trade lines, and then as you see down at the bottom, they have business and personal trade lines. You can always click on that yourself and watch a YouTube video that I shot over 3 years ago about UCC filings and how they file and what they do for you and how they actually come into play and how they help you out. So that'll also be great to take a look at. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. So, business trade lines. Our trade lines either come in a line of credit, equipment, equipment rental, property, loans, vehicles. So there's a number of different categories that you can have trade lines in. And briefly to speak on trade lines. So a trade line is anything that you trade services for. So let's say your cell phone bill is a trade line. You pay your cell phone bill, they give you service. So you're trading. You're trading services for a fee. So trade line. Your rent is a trade line. You pay your rent, you have a house. So you're trading your living space for a fee. So you pay that fee, you have somewhere to stay. So those are trade lines. Now, as we all know, everybody don't report. I mean, you can pay T-Mobile every month. You go look at your credit report, you don't see T-Mobile on there. Now, if you delinquently and you don't pay T-Mobile and it ends up in collections, then lo and behold, now it's on your credit report. So when you do business with companies, you want to get in the habit of doing business with companies that report. If they don't report, there's really no need of doing business with them because that's not too much of a benefit. Now, as we know, there are some companies that you're not going to be able to not deal with. That's just a fact. Tico don't report, but if you live in the Tampa, Florida area, you're definitely going to be dealing with Tico because they're the major electricity company. So in that aspect, yes, you got to deal with them. There's nowhere around it. Now, but there is certain programs and there is certain places that you can go and give your business to that will report. Rule of thumb for me is I want to only deal with companies that's going to report. So if I know I'm going to go out and buy some furniture, I may search 10 to 5 different furniture companies to see which ones report. Now, just because they report don't mean they got the best furniture. Let's just say that too. So it gives and it takes. So you want to find somebody that has the best quality product and also report. So I'm not saying get somebody that report, but the product's not worth anything. You know what I mean? And you just got the product just to report. And in some cases, you do that because the bigger goal is to get the trade lines on that, to get the credit score up so that you can attain funding, credit cards, or whatever it is that you're trying to attain. Business credit bureaus. The top business credit bureaus, everybody knows these. Dun and Bradstreet. Dun and Bradstreet is one of the leading top credit bureaus that we have. Now, I like to say this. Dun and Bradstreet didn't do anything special. They're not a special company. They just was Godfather in. So they was Godfather in. So that is why they're in control of that. And they actually just lost their contract with the federal government. So we're actually just waiting to see who's going to be next in charge of the financial realm of businesses. Because as you know, you want to have a DUNS number. A DUNS number is a great number to have because it shows that your business is a reputable business and it's not so small of a company like a mom and pop store. You know what I mean? Walmart use their DUNS number. You know what I mean? Because they want to show that established, they want to use that. So you want to get in the habit of using your DUNS number when you apply for something. We'll speak more and more about that later. Experience business. We report to experience business. Everybody that checks your credit report does not go through the same credit. So some people will check Experian Business. Some people will check Equifax, small businesses. Some people will check SBFC, which is a small businesses change. We report to all 40 particular companies. We report within 45 days. So when you sign up for the trade line, we get you the promissory note, we get you the information, and we report within 45 days. Okay. We have a funding package. A lot of people take advantage of the funding packages, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the funding package, I'm gonna go over it with you. And then later on the slides, you're gonna see the price list, and you'll see why the funding package is just a little bit better. Now, on this funding package, you don't see a price. So if you want to write this price down or take this price from what you see, because I know we're right now live on YouTube. So for our YouTube subscribers and YouTube members, everybody that follows YouTube, if you're a subscribed YouTube member and you subscribe to our channel, then you're gonna get that package that you see on the screen right now for $48.99. So if you're a subscriber and you subscribe right now to our YouTube channel, or if you're following us right now on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever platform it is you follow us on, if you're following us right now and you go to our 24-hour text line, the number is up on the screen right now, 765-355-3028. So if you text that number right now while we're on the line, you're gonna save another $500 off that package. So you're gonna get that package for around $4,200. But as people monitoring the lines, I'm not, so I can't tell you if you get in the time or not. But if you call that number, nobody's gonna answer. But if you text that number and text YouTube Live webinar funding package. So when you apply for any type of credit, that's business credit, personal credit, even to get a house, the first thing everybody's want to know, they want to see your tax return. They don't want to know how much money you report to Uncle Sam. Because Uncle Sam is how most people take in your income. That's how they determine how much income you gain by how much money you pay in taxes. Rule of thumb, don't beat me up when I say this. I tell people, only poor people get income tax. I repeat that again. Only poor people get income tax. So what I mean by that is if you tell the federal government that you made 100 grand, but you lost 85 grand in expenses and losses and returns. So really you only made 15 grand profit. So if you only made 15 grand profit, there's no bank in America that's allowing you any money because you're a losing business. The most money you profit was 15 grand. Now on the reverse side, let's say you made 100 grand profit, but you only lost 15 grand in expenses and losses. So you're gonna have a tax bill of 85 grand. So you get taxed on 85 grand, which would be probably around 5 to 7 grand in taxes that you owe. So you're saying, wow, I owe the government. Yeah, you owe the government, but now you have a business that has an income. So now you have a business that is loanable. Now, is that the only factor to getting you a loan? No. Is that one of the major factors? Yes. Even in PPP, all those major players want to see your tax return. So remember, they're gonna want to see your tax return. It's why the funding package comes with tax preparation and your skill of screen. My company, we do tax. We charge $900 for that. So that's a $900 value that you're getting for free. That comes inside the package. Moving right along. You get 3 business vendor trade lines, totaling up to 300K. So that means each one of those trade lines are 100K a piece. And that's vendor trade lines. Remember we talked about that earlier. Vendor is the vehicle, the car, the property, the equipment. Those are vendor trade lines. Then you get two financial trade lines totaling up to 200K. So you get two more trade lines for 100K each. So you're getting a total of 5 trade lines, each 100K. So you have a total of 500K in trade lines. Financial trade lines are your lines of credit, your credit line, credit card. Those are financial trade lines. Any good business is definitely gonna want to have a website. You're gonna want to have a website that everybody can relate to, that everybody can go on, that everybody can see that you're a reputable company. Every funding company is gonna want. Then you have the 1-800 number. The 1-800 number just helps and makes you look like a reputable company. So it helps you be able to get funding also because it makes you look like a real company. Well, let's face it, any real company is definitely going to have that. Business email address. They're definitely going to have a good business email address. That's going to be imperative. I'm going to take a short break for those that are watching. Zoom is actually just going to go on pause, but the live YouTube is going to be paused.